name's William Stone, and background, born and raised here in Utah. Been kind of living in this area my whole life. One of my friends decided to start a group for Lagoon. It was probably in late 2002. And he came up with the name Lagoon is Fun because the other groups that were out there at the time always had a negative connotation. They always seemed to be complaining. When he created his group, he called it Lagoon is Fun. I started creating the website just because I had an interest in building web pages, and I wanted to see what I could do and put it online. And I asked him if I could use his name and pair it up with the Yahoo group, and it slowly grew into its own thing out of there.
My name is John Monroe, and I met my wife here, actually, working here when I was younger. I just like to take my kids and visit the theme park and have fun with them. I thought there should be a fan site for Lagoon, so I decided I would search for it, and I was able to find the lagoonisfun.com, and I kind of got in with everybody, and we had planned these potlucks and parties that we do every month.
My name is Regan Lay. I live in Ogden, Utah, and I'm originally from Southern California. We moved here in 2003, me and my family, and we started coming to Lagoon shortly after that. When we first moved here, the first year that we purchased season passes, I was just doing a search for Lagoon's website to find out the hours and things like that, their actual website of Lagoon. And one of the things I came across was the Lagoon is Fun online community, and I was familiar with forums at that time. And so I started reading some of it, and I created my account there. And from there, I met some of the people here a few times, and from there, we started doing regular meetups. The earliest memory I have of a theme park visit would be Knott's Berry Farm in Southern California, back when it was still this is back in the early 70s, so it was very much different than they are now. Less commercialized, but they still had rides and attractions.
Probably the first visit to the theme park was here at Lagoon when Colossus was put in, and we came for my birthday that year.
I know when I was younger, this Lagoon was the one I'd always visit, usually with family on my dad's work day. Come into the park and then just follow them around, ride the rides with my sister. My first job was working for Lagoon as a ride operator, and that really spurred my interest in other amusement parks.
We've had the roller coaster enthusiasts here in the past. I think that is one of the strongest points of the whole industry and business, because these people are really experts in rides. I mean, they're the ones that go ride more rides than even I do, in the parks. And so, we love to have them come and ride a new ride and, tell us what they think. I mean, and they're pretty honest. I mean, nobody wants to fail. And so far, we've been pretty successful here at our park, and have had, really good ratings from them. So they're very vital to the industry.
Probably you can attribute my passion for theme parks living close to Disneyland in my younger life. Disneyland in Anaheim, California will always be my favorite. Nobody's ever going to build a place that has that feel to it.
Lagoon's my favorite, primarily because I'm biased. It is my home park, but after I've been to all the other parks, I always seem to come back to this one, and it's just like, I feel like I'm coming home when I come to Lagoon.
Samurai is probably my favorite thrill ride here, and followed closely by Colossus. But I really like Samurai just because of the different forces that are involved, and almost like every ride's a little bit different.
I think one of the classic, all-time greatest thrill rides is Viper at Six Flags Magic Mountain. I've also been to Coney Island in New York. They've got some great classic rides there. My favorite wooden roller coaster is the Giant Dipper Belmont Park, California, near San Diego.
I don't know. I really enjoyed Batman the Ride. I like the inverted roller coaster, and the way that the inversions were and things like that.
I love to go into the station and just stay back in the corner where nobody can see and watch people get off the ride. If they're clapping, smiling, yelling, you're successful. There's some keys in a good coaster, and I'll tell you what I believe they are after all the years of doing these things, 40-something years now. I believe that having the elements distinct, otherwise, I've ridden some coasters where you don't know where you are. I mean, it's just a mix, And maybe some people like that. That's probably great. But for me, I like to go through an element and have 1 or 2 seconds to say, okay, here comes the next one.
I love theme parks because I like the thrill of being able to go on a ride and feel like, hey, I mean, I know they're perfectly safe when I get on them, but there's still that sense of, hey, what can happen when I'm on this ride and things like that. I guess I like a safe thrill, I'm not the type that would get an airplane and jump out of an airplane for a thrill. Theme park's a little bit safer in my opinion. I do love the combination of rides, entertainment. So, you can go out there, hit your thrill ride, then you can migrate over to a show if you want. There's just so much to do. So there's a little bit of something for everyone. I think that's what makes theme parks great.
The fact that, American people work hard. I mean, they work hard at their jobs. We work long hours. It's not getting less. There's more demands all the time to be competitive worldwide. And people need a time to just step back and be able to rest and relax. And where do you get a better buy than in a theme park?
I think the thing about a theme park is that it takes all your worries and cares away when you're there. That you're kind of insulated from the outside world in that the theme envelops you, especially ones that have heavy themes to them where you're almost taken away from the mundane world and put into a kind of let's face it, a fantasy world. And for that day, at least, your cares and worries aren't there. Especially here, being able to socialize with family and friends in a nice, relaxed, informal setting is really nice. It's really nice.
Hi, I'm Arthur Levine, the theme parks guide at the New York Times-owned online network About.com. Modern-day theme parks, as well as the classic amusement parks that inspired them, are a curious blend of the new and the old. They offer the latest whiz-bang technology along with heart-thumping thrills, coupled with heavy doses of nostalgia. They transport us and get our adrenaline pumping. They give us the chance to revisit treasured hyper-real moments from our past and allow us to share and pass along the tradition to those we love.